In the desolate expanse of the Nevada desert, nestled between the barren mountain and the endless sand dunes, lies an abandoned asylum that's been left to crumble under the relentless march of time. The silence of its empty halls is deafening, echoing with the stories of those who once sought solace within its walls, but found only despair. In today's video, we'll peel back the layers of history to reveal the chilling tale of the forgotten asylum. Join us as we delve into the depths of its tormented past and explore the haunting remnants of a place where hope came to die. But before we begin our journey into this forsaken realm, we implore you to support our work with a like and subscribe so that we may continue to uncover these hidden tales. Nevada, often celebrated for its glitzy casinos and vibrant entertainment scene, also holds within its borders a darker, more sinister past. Hidden away from the bright lights and the allure of fortune are remnants of a bygone era, places like the Nevada State Insane Asylum, a name that sends shivers down the spine and conjures images of tormented souls and unspeakable horrors. This forsaken asylum stands as a silent testament to the suffering that once unfolded within its confines. Established in 1865, the asylum was initially meant to be a beacon of hope for those grappling with mental illness, a sanctuary where they could find treatment and perhaps even a semblance of normalcy. However, what began as a well-intentioned project soon descended into a nightmare. The asylum's early years were marked by overcrowding, understaffing, and a severe lack of resources. The very people who were supposed to be cared for were left to fend for themselves, creating an environment where the strong preyed upon the weak. As the decades rolled on, the neglect only intensified, transforming the asylum into a breeding ground for unspeakable horrors. In the heart of the Nevada desert, far from the prying eyes of the outside world, secrets festered and darkness thrived. The asylum had become a place where humanity went to die, and the veil between sanity and madness was perilously thin. The horrors that unfolded within these four walls were of a magnitude that defied imagination. Patients were subjected to cruel and unusual treatments in the name of therapy, lobotomies performed without proper medical oversight, electroshock therapy sessions that left patients worse off than before. And as if these atrocities weren't enough, rumors swirled of secret experiments conducted on unsuspecting patients, their minds and bodies used as testing grounds for procedures that had no regard for human life or dignity. The staff, far from being compassionate caregivers, reveled in the misery of their charges, finding sadistic pleasure in inflicting pain and torment. It was a perverse game of cat and mouse, with the cats reveling in their superiority and the mice caught in an endless cycle of fear and suffering. The air grew thick with despair, heavy with the stench of decay and the cries of the damned. The asylum became a labyrinth of sorrow, where each turn brought new horrors and each shadow harbored unspeakable secrets. As the years dragged on, the conditions within the asylum grew progressively worse. The neglect from the outside world only served to amplify the chaos within. The patients, already on the edge of sanity, slipped further into the abyss. They roamed the halls, racked with fear and paranoia, believing that the very walls were out to get them. Some retreated into themselves, their minds shattered beyond repair, while others lashed out in a desperate bid for attention or worse, driven by a fractured sense of reality. It was a descent into chaos and anarchy, a macabre dance of madness and misery. The asylum had become a crucible of human suffering, where hope perished and despair held court. Then, in the latter half of the 20th century, the tide began to turn. As society's understanding of mental health improved, the horrors of institutions like the Nevada State Insane Asylum came under scrutiny. Public outcry mounted, demanding better treatment for the patients and an end to the barbaric practices that had become commonplace within the asylum walls. The authorities, faced with mounting pressure, were compelled to take action. Reforms were implemented, staff were replaced, and the asylum's reputation began to shift from a place of healing to one of horror and abuse. However, the damage was already done. The trust had been broken, the scars left indelible. By the end of the 20th century, the asylum had lost its license to operate. Its doors were shut for good, and the once dreaded halls fell silent, or so it seemed. In the desolate emptiness that followed the asylum's closure, whispers persisted. Rumors of sightings within the derelict building, of shadowy figures glimpsed through grimy windows, of disembodied voices echoing in the dead of night. These tales, passed down through hushed conversations and campfire stories, painted a picture of the asylum as a place forever tainted by the spirits of its tormented past. But the truth of the matter is, the story doesn't end there. For some, the asylum remains a place of dread, a haunted house of horrors that continues to cast its long, dark shadow over the Nevada landscape. The dilapidated structure stands as a silent sentinel to the suffering that once unfolded within its confines. Over the years, urban explorers and paranormal investigators have dared to venture inside, hoping to uncover the truth behind the asylum's haunting reputation. Armed with cameras and an insatiable curiosity, they navigate the treacherous terrain of broken floors and crumbling walls, each step echoing with the footsteps of the asylum's tormented past. As they delve deeper into the asylum's labyrinthine interior, they uncover artifacts from a bygone era, rusted medical equipment, scattered files, and perhaps most chilling of all, the graffiti scrawled by former patients, their desperate pleas for help, their chilling tales of torment. Every room they explore, every hallway they traverse is laden with the weight of untold suffering, a constant reminder of the human cost of institutional neglect. With each passing year, the asylum's grip on the collective consciousness tightens. It has become a symbol of America's struggle to confront its past, to come to terms with the dark chapters that it would rather forget. The silence of the abandoned building is deafening, a testament to the thousands of lives that were irrevocably altered within its walls. And as the sun sets over the Nevada desert, casting long shadows across the crumbling facade, the asylum takes on a life of its own. The wind whispers through the broken windows, carrying with it the echoes of tormented souls. And those brave or foolish enough to linger after dark swear they can hear the faint strains of music, the rustle of clothing, and the murmur of voices just beyond the edge of perception. Whether these are mere figments of an overactive imagination or genuine manifestations of the asylum's tortured past is anyone's guess. But one thing is certain. The Nevada State Insane Asylum stands as a chilling reminder of a time when darkness held sway and the boundaries of sanity were perilously blurred. In the face of such haunting tales, it's hard not to be both fascinated and repelled. The asylum becomes more than just a derelict building. It transforms into a portal to another era, a time when compassion was scarce and the desperate cries of the afflicted went unheard. For those who have dared to venture into the asylum's derelict embrace, the experience is nothing short of harrowing. The oppressive atmosphere, the haunting silence, and the tangible sense of despair that permeates every corner serve as a stark reminder of the institution whose brutal past. It's as though the very walls are saturated with the anguish of those who suffered here, their torment seeping into the pores of the building itself. The asylum's legacy continues to cast a long shadow, influencing art, literature, and film. It has inspired countless stories, each adding another layer to the asylum's haunting mythology. Writers have penned chilling tales based on the asylum's dark history, while filmmakers have recreated its eerie atmosphere on the silver screen. And with each retelling, the asylum's reputation as a symbol of unadulterated terror grows. So, if you ever find yourself near the desolate expanse of the Nevada desert, heed this warning. Stay clear of the forgotten asylum. For within its crumbling walls, the echoes of despair and the whispers of the damned still linger. And, once you cross the threshold, there's no telling what horrors might await you in the darkness. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of darkness. If you found this video intriguing, don't hesitate to show your support. Your engagement fuels our passion and enables us to continue sharing these captivating tales. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the shadows.